Alright. Hello?
Hello?
I think I figured it out.
Awesome.
Yeah, so I think I'm live right now, so I can go ahead. My motherboard has a setting on it that's... Oh no, it's repeating on the laptop. Okay, so my motherboard has a little toggle switch for like low power, high power, or whatever. Like one's normal and then one's like low power or whatever.
Yeah.
And when you select low power, it basically cuts the CPU down to like 1 gigahertz.
Oh.
Where mine's somewhere between like 3 and 4. So it makes it run at like the lowest or the slowest setting that it can, so you can like safely test stuff, I guess. And I had that on, so it was good enough to where it would run at 30 frames sometimes, but then at other times it would like slow down to like 20 frames, and it was really crappy. But now it's running like at perfect 29 to 30, so it's really good. I'm excited to finally start playing because I was like, what happened? Like, before I could run this game, like I have a 4K comparison video that I made with this PC, and I'm like, why was it able to play the game at 4K with absolutely no slowdowns, but now it can't even run it at like normal resolution? So glad I have that fixed.
Yeah, that's really good. How you been? I haven't talked to you in a while.
I've been great.
Good.
Kind of, I guess. I don't know. I'm good. Yeah.
Good.
Trying to figure this out right now. Okay, so we need to go to YouTube so I can see the chat. So everybody watching now, you can see me running around, rolling. There's absolutely no slowdown. We're actually running at 1440p, but you're probably seeing 720 because it's a stream.
Man.
Alright, now I need to get this back up on Twitch so I can see them. Holy crap, there's actually people watching on Twitch.
Oh my.
Okay, I got both chats here.
Sweet.
Alright, so what did we do? We carried the thing through. It looks good at 720p 60. It can't be at 60. I'm not the game isn't 60 frames. The game's only 30 frames. So
Okay. Wait, Skyward Sword itself is 30?
yeah, it's a Wii game.
Oh, I thought that it ran at it looked 60 to me, but I can't tell what frame rates are very well.
Yeah, I can tell on certain things. Like if I see 60 frames and then I see 30, I can tell which one's better.
Yeah.
But on a lot of things, it's just, yeah, I don't know. Alright, so we have 2 people watching on Twitch. I do want to say I prefer if people do go to Twitch and watch. So if you're in the chat and you're watching on YouTube, please twitch.tv/GameOverJesse. And I think we're playing with the custom textures as well. I thought that might have been a problem earlier. Let me double check.
Are the custom textures just like updated HD textures?
Yeah, there's a little bit of a change. Like there's a little bit more color to it.
Okay. Yeah, if there's one thing I thought that Skyward Sword did pretty well, I thought that the game looked absolutely gorgeous for the Wii.
Yeah. Alright. I really hope this comes out on Switch.
I would love to have, and I don't know if it's gonna happen or not, I would love to have like an Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, and Skyward Sword HD compilation for $60.
Yeah.
I would buy it. I think that would do extremely well.
That would be amazing. So like Twitch/GameOverJesse. Yeah, it's switch.tv/GameOverJesse. I would really prefer if people went there because I'm streaming right now on YouTube and Twitch, but throughout the week I'll be streaming only on Twitch. So if you want to keep watching me play Skyward Sword, possibly other Zelda games, Twitch is where you go to. I'm just doing this on YouTube to get people to go to Twitch. Because earlier there was like 50 people watching on YouTube and I didn't even know anyone was watching on Twitch. But there's a lot of cool comments, so.
I'm switching over to Twitch right now.
Alright, we have 6 people on Twitch. That's a good start. We just need the other 30 people to move over to Twitch.
And you're about to get 7.
Yeah, technically it would be best if people watched on Twitch and YouTube.
Yeah.
But
more views.
yeah, the more the better. Just load up like 10 tabs and just have them all on Twitch. So I thought the problem was I have a GPU, a 280X, which is kind of an older one, but it's still really good, from AMD, and I thought it broke, so I bought another GPU, which was a little bit worse. It was a 370. So it was one generation newer, but it was like one level lower. So it was like halfway between, yeah. So anyways, I got it, and it works good enough to do basically whatever you want at like 1080p. So when I was having trouble with this, I was like, oh, well, maybe it's just the GPU. So I switched the GPU out, and it still wasn't doing anything. And I was like, what is going on? Couldn't figure it out. Alright, so I need to get the cat thing.
The cat thing.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure if that's 100% a cat.
Yeah, well, it's something.
Yeah.
Shadow Creeper, Renendo, Kiaya, Jeremiah, Angel Army? Is that how you say it? Obey 4. Oh, it's so weird. Like, Breath of the Wild, you can climb anything, but here you have to look for the specific
Yeah, that
things.
was probably the hardest thing about going back to previous Zelda. Like, I was playing Majora's Mask over break, and I'm like, oh, there's a chest on top of this log on your way to the first area. I'm just gonna go ahead and oh, I can't find it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was finally able to get everything back online, like get my computer and stuff back again, because I ended up going home for my summer break, and I didn't get on at all because I don't have a very stable internet connection for my PC. So I would have just been dipping in and out, and I didn't want to be an annoyance through that. So I figured I'd just wait till I came back today to hop back on. But that was some E3, huh?
Oh yeah, E3 was kind of crazy, but cool. A little bit of everything.
I bet it was probably better from your perspective because you were actually, there meeting people and stuff like that. I was stuck at home streaming everything.
I mean, it would have been not like I had plans to try to get people to help stream, but getting all of the okay, so let me back up. I have enough trouble getting my streams ready, so trying to get all the information to give to someone to set up the stream. And then, yeah, it was just like, we planned on having a live podcast every other night and streaming all of the stuff, all of the press conferences while we were at E3, but we ended up only streaming one, and we only did one live podcast, so we missed out on a lot of stuff. Ilya's in the chat. Hello, Ilya.
Hi, Ilya.
Apparently, Zelda Universe hates you, Ilya. No, they don't hate you. They hate the real Ilya. Alright, let's talk to this guy. He looks like a painter. Morning, Link. How's life? Did you manage to get a wink of sleep last night? Figured you might have been tossing and turning all night thinking about the big ceremony today. What am I doing? Oh, just fixing this gate here. It's been squeaky lately, and we can't have that on the day of the ceremony. Hey, haven't you already forgotten to send your prayers to the goddess this morning? Have you? Just face the bird statue over there and say a short prayer to save your progress. / says Kawaii Chen. I don't know if I should watch this or Markiplier. Well, if you're interested in Markiplier, probably not going to be interested in this, because I hate the type of stuff that people like him does when they just like scream into the microphone.
Markiplier doesn't play Skyward Sword.
Yeah, like there's the streamers that'll like scream into the microphone when they get, like, they could get a green rupee and they'd be like, "Oh my god, everybody!"
Money!
Yeah, exactly. So when I do it, like when I stream, it's just me talking with the chat the way I would normally be talking to someone in person.
Yeah, those are the kind of Twitch streamers I personally like to watch, you know, that they're there to just hang out with the chat, play some games, have some fun.
Yeah. Like I don't like when the people are like acting or putting on a performance while they're playing.
Yeah.
This is by far the best Zelda of any game.
Better than Breath of the Wild?
Oh my god, she looks evil.
Oh my god.
Oh, oh my god, what happened?
How do I?
Oh, we gotta fix this if we can.
Oh.
Oh, she just looks so evil.
Man, this Zelda is ruined for me now.
Can I screenshot this?
Oh, that's the... Ew.
Oh my god. Okay, so I think we can...
Power of Christ repels you, good lord.
Alright, so let's get a screenshot.
That's just terrifying, man.
Okay. Screenshot. Shotted. Is it the textures?
Yeah, try to see if it's the textures.
Yeah, it's the textures. Okay.
That's just disturbing. Oh. Okay. That's disturbing, man. I'm gonna have trouble going to sleep tonight now.
Oh my gosh.
It's just creepy.
Alright, I guess we're gonna play with the textures off until Zelda just goes away.
We'll just play with textures off until Zelda gets kidnapped.
Yeah, go away.
So Girahim, hurry up, bring that tornado.
Zaldo, yeah.
Zoraldo.
Alright, it's okay. We have a before and after comparison. Frickin' Zelda just... Damn.
That's just... Oh, man.
Alright, I want to try to fix the stream as well. We have chat box. Okay, so... I think we can delete one chat box. Yeah, and then... Now it's fixed. Okay. So it should be good. I think she looks sexier like that. You can go away, Zen. No. Just... No. She's gonna kill everyone with those eyes. Yeah. So if you hear something in the background, part of the reason I wanted to get a new GPU before mine broke was the fan on one broke. So like the second fan on the GPU goes into like override mode. So it's probably what you're hearing. The chaotic goddess. Oh my god. Tevi, in the Discord, comment, tag everyone, and say to come watch the stream. Like, copy the link for the stream and then post it in there. Like, make sure you get the HTTPS thing. That way we can...
do you want it in promo?
In social.
Or...
Social.
Okay.
That way everyone can see it.
Okay.
Sexy, and I know it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. Tell them we have Evil Zelda for them to come look at as well. The GameOverJesse is live. Hey, how you doing? Yeah. Ilya, if you're still watching, you can come to the Discord, get on as well. It'll be fun. Lord Gaming 56 is now following. Well, thank you, Gaming. Are you watching right now? So, how do I look? How does Zelda look? Do we go with nice costume or great?
Well, it depends on whether or not she has the evil eyes.
We'll say great.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Costume.
Without the evil eyes, it's alright. Huh.
So I posted, hey guys, come check out the stream. We got an evil Zelda waiting for you, smiley face.
Yeah. Oh, there you are, Zelda. Are you all prepared for today's ceremony? Hello, Father. Ah, Link, you're here too. Outstanding. Like my voice? Great. Wait, I heard a thank you. What happened? Did someone subscribe? It didn't pop up. Usually I only hear Tingle and Beetle if someone does something.
Ninja132.
Oh, well thank you, Ninja. It's encouraging to see you up so early, giving your capacity for sleep. No doubt today's ceremony had you too excited to close your eyes for once. If you win today's ceremonial race, you'll get to participate in the post-race ritual with Zelda. So give it your best out there. Yeah, Ilya, get in the voice chat on Discord. Castletown social chat. We need at least one person who's on the voice team to come on.
Yeah.
I don't know if he can do that. Recently, Link hasn't been practicing much at all for the ceremony. Look at Zelda, just...
That, like,
what?
You know, everybody has debates on, like, who's the strongest Link, who's the smartest Link, who's the Link that's had the most battle experience. Can we agree that this is the laziest Link?
Oh, hello.
Hello.
So...
Good.
Playing some Skyward Sword. Finally.
And while he's doing that, I'm in the background playing some Crash.
Crash.
I got the Insane Trilogy on the Switch for my birthday.
She's cooking and cleaning. Oh, nice.
Oh, I love Project M so much.
Hi, Melican.
Yeah, is it at least running well for you on the Dolphin? Yeah. Full potato. Yeah, same here. I'm probably gonna plug in my Wii U tomorrow. Start getting back into the groove of things. I can't wait. Smash Ultimate's gonna be so good. Yeah, yeah, I'd be down for that. Since we're on the Smash Brothers discussion, Jesse, who did you think was the most shocking newcomer for Ultimate?
The most shocking newcomer in Switch, like the Switch one.
Yeah.
Like the only newcomer is Ridley. Like all the others are people that used to be there already.
Well, besides Daisy and the Inklings.
Oh yeah, that's true. I like the Inklings. It kind of sucks because that means the ARMS characters are going to be DLC. And if anything, I would think more people would rather pay for the Inklings than the ARMS characters.
That's true. I know Sakurai said that, you know, our main focus was bringing everybody back, so don't expect too many new fighters. So I still think we're getting at least 3 more. But I'm not expecting anything above 5. Yeah, I don't want to say anything, but I was like, like he knows that 3's already out, right? If you want a good starting point, try to play the original Metroid Prime. It's a great game. I love it. You could really go either or. If you want to have all the games on standby, I would go with the Prime 3 collection on Wii. Probably the original. I loved the original Metroid Prime. ended up getting my original copy of Metroid Prime for, I want to say, $7.
Yeah, I'm looking on eBay right now. People are selling it like used, or this is way more complicated. It says with battery for case, but I see one for like $8 and it's working. I just see, I see. Metroid Prime right now is really cheap.
Yeah. Usually the more successful GameCube games are usually the cheaper ones because more of them were in production, so there's going to be more in circulation.
Not really. I mean, Melee is like $60 if you want the full box.
Yeah, that's true.
Some like Melee or Sunshine, those go for like, those go for like $60 on eBay.
Yeah.
So I played Melee, but I like on emulators and stuff.
I ended up getting Melee for my 7th birthday. So that was probably one of the best birthdays I've had ever. It was such a good birthday.
When I was 7, I didn't know what Smash was. At all. And when I was 7, I got an NES, which I eventually graduated to and right now I'm just working on just hip-hop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I make sorry to people. Just also Smash Smash was the first release from the trailer, so just like on that same day, I found the Smash was and so I just downloaded not the Smash was I just downloaded the version I think I sent it on this Discord like once.
Can I just say I hate Bruce? At least early game Bruce. Like
Yeah.
he's such a jerk.
He always reminds me of Biff Tannen from Back to the Future.
What did you look at, butthead?
No, like I seriously think they modeled him after, or at least his attitude.
I would be surprised.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, I heard tingle. What happened? Someone.
hasn't. Hylian CC is now hosting your stream
No
on
way! What a loser. No, CC's awesome. Bruce is the worst character ever, says Christina.
At least early Skyward Sword Bruce. By the end of the game, he's not too bad.
He progressed.
Yeah. What's that? A Zelda character with actual, like, character development?
A Zelda game with character development? No way.
This isn't Breath of the Wild. Get out of here.
I mean, unless you count Toon Link, where he goes from emotionless but gets scared to just straight emotionless. In a way.
Yeah. I'm not sure what happened between Skyward Sword and Breath of the Wild because, like, you look at Skyward Sword Link, I think he's a perfect blend between Twilight Princess and Wind Waker Link in terms of expression, and then come Breath of the Wild, he's a piece of wood again.
they make different things. Like in Wind Waker, they went with the cartoony art style specifically because it was easier for them to express the characters more, like with big eyes, big mouths, and everything.
Yeah.
And Twilight Princess, it was more realistic, and they could still express certain emotions, but not as much. And then with Skyward Sword, they specifically wanted to create as much emotion as possible, or as much realism. Like I remember during an interview they were talking about once you're going into one of the fire temples, I think it's like the Earth Temple or whatever it's called. It's I don't know. They just said when you're going into like one of the fire dungeons, like there's the part where like Link opens the door and then he's walking down the stairs, and it's like a 10-second cutscene of him just walking down the steps, and as he's walking he puts his hands in front of his face to like block the heat from hitting his face. So like they purposefully wanted as much realism in the game as possible with emotions and stuff. Thank you, Jeremy, for following.
Breath of the Wild Link has as much expression as Ben Stein.
I don't know who that is, so.
He's hold on, I'll find a picture of him. He's a very I think he's a very successful actor, but he's very notorious for just playing the most boring characters because he always speaks in a monotone voice, and it gets kind of annoying after a while. He just has like no expression.
Yeah.
Wait, are you playing Skyward Sword on Dolphin?
Yeah, I'm playing on Dolphin. That's why it doesn't look like a jagged mess.
I'll just put it.
Alright, so I kind of forgot what all I needed to do. Hello, Darkness, my old friend. Says, hi, Lexus.
So yesterday, speaking of Skyward Sword, I sound. Have you listened to the band?
I haven't listened to it in a while because the last time I played Skyward Sword was like 2 years ago.
Oh, yeah?
I sampled the bamboo audio. It made like any sample. I can send.
Okay. Yeah, a funny story. I actually have never finished Skyward Sword.
I haven't played this game in forever. I missed this game. Yeah, I guess everyone's talking about how much they haven't played it. Skyward Sword HD remake in 2021. Probably next year is more likely. I don't think 2021. CC, notice me, senpai. CC, you can get on the voice chat with us. Go to my Discord, and you can talk with us. Alright, so if you're going out to the waterfall, remember there are some dangerous things there. Creepy. I think I saw the Knight Commander go into the sparring hall a while ago. You should go ask him if you can borrow one. Yes! I'll do that. This game also has the coolest grappling hook, or claw shot, whatever you want to call it.
Oh, I love the colors on the Skyward Sword claw shot.
Christina says, I hated the Wii Motion Plus that made things more complicated. No, it makes it better. How about Ocarina for its 20th anniversary? I've been saying that.
Man, I would love.
I still think
an Ocarina
there's a
of Time
chance. I still think there's a chance they could announce it for this year. Like Reggie said, they purposefully left some games out of the thing so they would have things to announce later on this year. And I think some of the things later on this year is the Ocarina of Time remake.
Yes, please. I would love that so much. Yeah.
Alright, spin attack.
Okay, let's see. Christina ST something. I couldn't see the rest of your name. I'm sorry. Asked, what is your favorite Skyward Sword boss?
Coloctus?
Oh, Coloctus was so much fun.
I don't know, honestly. Like, after Skyward Sword, from what I remember, I think one of my favorites was,
Hey, Link.
that second one. They had that
One thing I'll say about this game, I can't stand how they dress Link. In this game, the baggy clothing makes him look chubby to me. The clothing design is cool overall, just too baggy.
Yeah,
Harsh words.
I agree.
What do you have against people looking chubby? That's rude. Do you like motion controls? I do like motion controls. Like, I've never had a problem with motion controls. Some people do. So when they, some people don't like the story or the dungeon design and stuff of Skyward Sword, which is understandable. But when someone says they don't like the game because it has motion controls, that's where it kind of confuses me. Because it's like if you learn to get better at motion controls, like whenever dual analog sticks come out, or whenever they came out in like Halo and everything, you had to learn how to play with the two analog sticks. Use one for moving and one for aiming. Motion controls is the same thing, you just have to relearn how to do it. And once you learn, it's a great game.
From what I've heard, I think for the most part, like Skyward Sword, it's I think people most controls and people claiming that it's a lot more linear compared to a lot of other sections.
Which game?
Skyward Sword.
It starts out linear. I think you have to go through the first 3 dungeons in a specific order, but then you can go through the second set of 3 dungeons in any order.
Yeah.
And then you have to go to the final dungeon is always the final dungeon. Also, Oh, she says, no, that's not what I meant. Sorry. It's just not how I view Link, although he is 16 or 17 years old, and that's how teen boys dress, I suppose. Also, they dress all of the knights like that. If you look weird... Oh, it looks weird to me. Well, you look weird to us, Celia. How dare you? No, you don't look weird. We have to go to the waterfall, I believe. Yeah, I mean, I like the baggy clothes because it's like 32 or 33 years of Zelda, and one game has him in baggy clothes, so I'm not complaining, because it's just one game out of like dozen or like 17, 18, however many other games there are. So like if it was every game, then I would have a problem with it, but where it's just the one game, I don't really mind it. And then it helps his character stand out among the rest. Like when you see Skyward Sword Link, you know that's Skyward Sword Link.
Yeah.
Just by like the way he dresses and the tunic and everything. Like if you're playing in Breath of the Wild, and if it wasn't baggy, if it fit the same as the others, the color for Skyward Sword tunic, you wouldn't be able to tell it apart from like the Ocarina of Time tunic. It's like a little bit lighter, but yeah. This is the biggest foreshadowing of any Zelda game right here.
Flowers?
No, like the statue.
Yeah, 'cause you were circling around the flowers, and I'm like,
Yeah.
what's so special about the flowers?
Yeah.
That is true. I always, you know, I do agree to an extent that things are in different spots than where they were originally, but we also got to remember we got to take time into account, because most of these games take place like hundreds and even thousands of years apart from each other. So we have to take in account of, you know, it's at least Like, we also got to remember there was like a 10,000, at least a 10,000 year gap between Twilight Princess and Breath of the Wild. So a lot. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I think that there have been other incarnations of like Link, Zelda, Ganondorf. It's just we haven't seen them yet. Well, actually, it's something I really would like for a future Zelda game if they bring back Ganondorf. I would love to have them do like a team up between Link and Ganondorf. I forget where I heard this, but somebody brought up a good point, or like a good idea of, you know, eventually sometime in the future they could try to find a way to break the cycle that the characters have been played with. So maybe they could try to find a way to break the cycle and free Ganondorf from
Christina Stanley in the chat says, "Am I the only one that wishes loft wings were real?" They are real. Loft wings are based off of actual birds. Yeah, so Christina, just look up like loft wing, real bird, or whatever, and you'll find the giant birds that the loft wings were based off of. They don't look exactly the same, but they look very similar. And the gratitude crystals in this game are based off of some sort of Japanese rock candy. I forget.
Think it's the same. I think it's the same rock candy that the star bits from.
Yeah, it's the same thing. It's so hot in here.
Yeah, it's been hot.
Also, you guys were talking about like a geography type theory, like why certain things are in different locations.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I ignore all of those theories because there was interviews with Aonuma and Miyamoto where they asked him like, why is, say, the Temple of Time here in one game but it's here in another game, or why is Kakariko Village located here in one game but then it's located here in another game? Yeah, like that's what they said. They said that the reason that locations like Lake Hylia are different sizes in one game to another, or located at different parts of the map from one game to another, is because if everything was in the same place and looked exactly the same, it would be boring. So to make the games more fun and interesting, they changed stuff around. They said that there's no lore to it, there's no big backstory on why Lake Hylia moved from one place to another, or some important monument or whatever moved from one place to another. It's literally so the developers can keep the game fun. That's the real world answer, is there is no theory, it's just because they thought it would be boring if it was in the same place every time. So that's why like Lake Hylia and Twilight Princess has a bunch of rivers going to it, whereas in Ocarina of Time there's just like the one river going to it. and then it's located like different spots and everything. And then Kakariko Village. What? Oh, that's Connor. Con Nugget. I know that voice. Are you watching us play Skyward Sword?
Something that Jesse was touching on a little bit ago about how they keep everything in different places so that the developers have
Axel's
more
here.
freedom.
Breath of the Wild is extremely lackluster design apart from the shrines dungeons. Other Zelda games create a wide variety of different interesting situations through enemy and terrain placement. Breath of the Wild doesn't really do this except in a few pieces. What it has is a great system design. Interesting, this is Skyward Sword's high point. Its level design is extremely good. Yes, that was the thing, is they wanted to create, they felt Breath of the Wild was kind of empty, so the areas and locations with Skyward Sword, they wanted to make them very dense and compact to where there's tons of stuff to do at each of the locations, which is really true, because before you get to the dungeon, the overworld itself in like the Elden province is designed as if there was a like dungeon elements outside, because you have to figure out like how to stop the lava from flowing from one area to another so you could get to the other side. In the same way, in a dungeon you would have to stop the lava from flowing so you could get to the other side of the room to get to the door to go through the other side. But in Skyward Sword it's just outside the dungeon, and yeah, so they designed it to where it's like a normal place outside of a dungeon, like if you were at Death Mountain and Ocarina of Time going to the Fire Temple, except they designed the outside to be as much of a dungeon as the inside. So I think it's really cool. But yeah, basically.
My life is a dungeon.
Yeah, so Nate, who owns Nintendo Prime, it's a Nintendo news website and YouTube channel, he mentioned that he would have liked if in Breath of the Wild, let's say you're going through the woods at like Faron Woods or whatever, and the dungeon itself isn't like a temple or a house or a cave or anything like that. Like as you get deeper and deeper into the forest, into the woods, it naturally turns into a dungeon.
I love the tropical setting in Faron Woods. I thought, like, because, like, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think we've really had, with, like, maybe the exception of Link's Awakening, I don't think we've really had a tropical type Zelda setting.
Wind Waker, in a way.
Yeah, true, in a way. Try that Wind Waker.
I think it would have been cool if, you know, maybe if they removed, like, what was that region that was, like, you know, because each
Yeah.
What was that one region again that was right next to Death Mountain? It was it's more of like it's almost like autumn.
The Kala region?
Yeah, the Apollo. Yeah. If they removed that, and maybe if they removed that, maybe like put the jungle over there, and then maybe made to where Pharaoh was like, just this giant like wooded area. I think it would have been.
Yeah.
So like, when you first enter the woods, the trees are very small and stuff, and going deeper into the woods, the trees start getting, just start getting, just, bigger and stuff, and until you get into like a lost woods type area, or like a, like I believe it was the Ocarina of Time demo and the Twilight Princess demo where it showed like a wooded area where it was just a bunch of long trees and stuff. I believe it was the Ocarina of Time beta and also Twilight Princess beta. Correct me if I'm wrong on that.
I can't correct you. I know nothing of the Ocarina of Time beta. What I do know was that there was like early promotional videos, I think, for Ocarina of Time that showed Link finding the Triforce at one point, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. But there's a lot of stuff, like, I do think that Breath of the Wild is my favorite Zelda game, personally, out of all the Zelda games I've played, but there's just, like, going back to it now, I feel like there's a lot of things that they could have improved upon, like, I think would have been cool for the Divine Beast, where everything's, like, mechanical themed for, like, all the main Divine Beasts. I think it would have been cool if, like, inside Divine Beasts, like the insides have been turned into many of the different elements, so, like, the Death Mountain Divine Beasts, turned into, like, just a lava type area, or like a fire temple, just, area, or like the Gerudo Divine Beast turns into a spirit temple type area, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of all the same.
Yeah. Like
No.
each Divine Beast has their own quote unquote theme. Like in Varuda, you control waterfalls. In
Yeah.
No, this is the hardest part of the game.
Like really, you thought that Varuda was the hardest part of the game?
No, the wing ceremony. See,
Oh.
I just ran off to like jump on the loft wing, and Link did a jump attack off, so he couldn't call the loft wing. This is one of the problems of motion controls. Alright, we got it this time.
I mean, there's a lot of problems.
No jump attack here.
Didn't they make it say like you have to have the like motion plus for it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Either the emotes with built-in,
that makes sense.
built-in emotion plus, or you have to buy like this separate emotion plus, like adapter or something.
Yeah, just like straight to the
Yeah.
and I played with the well, not the motion. It's an interesting time.
Yeah, I had to end up using the little adapter that you got with games like Wii Sports Resort. I had to end up using that to play Skyward Sword.
Yay, we got it.
I like how Link's just like, and it's just like da 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 da.
You did it! You caught that thing that you were grabbing
You do an excellent announcer voice, but I kind of like my.
Okay, Zelda was being very reckless there. Why did she just jump?
Because they need bonding moments.
Yeah. What if Link couldn't catch her in time? You know.
Well,
Then she would have died.
Well, no, rescue nights.
Oh yeah, Rescue Nights.
That, my friends, is called domestic violence.
Yeah.
I'm
Where were the rescue knights when Link fell the first time?
He didn't fall far enough yet. I don't know.
Oh
Don't
yeah.
judge me.
So Axel, earlier we were playing with custom textures,
Oh.
and the textures for Zelda's eyes were missing.
Oh no.
So she
It
just,
was literally the scariest thing I've ever seen in my life.
yeah. I'm gonna post screenshots of it later, but it was absolutely horrifying. She had like the darkest, soulless eyes you could ever see.
I guarantee you, I would have still found her hot.
But what if the rescue knights like actually just hate Link?
Just put a
When they saw him
blindfold
fall
over
the
her
first time,
eyes
they were just like, we'll let him go. And when they realized, oh wait, we're gonna lose our jobs, they had to go do it.
Maybe the rescue knight that was on duty was like Bruce's dad or something.
He's like,
He,
that boy, I don't like that boy.
It's horrible.
I do not like that boy. And that boy has many problems.
There is so much sexual tension in this scene.
Oh yeah.
Right?
I mean, just this whole game is very bad.
Not compared to this scene. This scene has so much more sexual tension compared to the rest of this game than this game does compared to any other Zelda game.
Like, this game's got more sexual tension than any of Nintendo's other.
No, so apparently,
Not anymore, actually. I can't agree with you
The only thing
there.
that could top this
Unless
is
it's Breath
Zelda
of the
just like
Wild
taking
and
off
that
a
one,
frog and just like, here you go.
no, so in Breath of the Wild, in the Gerudo place, I haven't done this, but someone commented on a video saying you can go to one of the Gerudo who owns like, it's a place where you can go to and sleep to get rest and heal yourself.
Yeah.
But then she like gives you a massage or something, and she's like, "Oh, you have the body."
Very highly enhanced.
Yeah.
Oh, you have very muscular body.
Like,
Very muscular for a
my
foe.
first question is, why are you massaging me without my permission in my sleep?
Yeah, and then
No,
there's
you gotta do it.
there's some knocking noises, and then you wake up the next day.
Yeah.
So
You know what? I can grab out my Switch and do it right now. Test this. See what exactly it says.
yeah,
Please do, good sir.
yeah. We need to know if Link gets laid.
Link gets laid, though.
Yeah.
Statistically, it has to have happened.
Does this game, like, should it be rated T for teen? Like,
No.
To be honest though, Link was, gonna be entrapped for 100 years, so Zelda might have been.
ah, no. Did I do it?
Gross.
I mean, she was about to die, basically.
Oh, I did it. Sweet
I'm not
tits.
listening.
And the stream gets meteorated.
Yeah. Sorry, Jesse.
Oh no, that's fine.
This game should have been PG rated, but just the backstory alone is really messed up. Like everybody basically dies.
Yeah.
I feel like Bruce's face should be meteorated.
Fun times.
I actually really wish, like, it's one of my complaints about this game. I really wish that Bruce is in his gang. There's a piece of concept art I really like. It's Bruce's whole gang, and they all have swords.
Biff.
I really,
It's
one, I
Biff
wish
Tannen.
that you did more in the sky, but I think that it'd been really cool if like Bruce was like going around with his crew on all the sky islands, kind of like searching for Zelda up there or something before he encountered him on the surface.
No,
I'm
but
sure Bruce had more importance other than, you're dumb.
yeah, but see, Stritch needs to find all of his bugs,
Yeah, it's dumb though.
so he can't.
That's stupid.
He can't look for Zelda. He's busy looking for bugs.
I just think it would have been really cool if they had been like a. That's probably exactly what his voice sounds like.
I
Wait, is that his name, Stritch?
I don't like this. I don't
Yeah,
like
it's,
bugs.
it's Stritch and Colin.
Okay.
Guys, I'm gonna go get some bugs.
We're not getting bugs.
Meanwhile, Colin, probably just like this.
Is that the tall
Yeah.
one?
Colin is.
I imagine he sounds like Galdo from Dragon Ball Z on the Ginyu Force.
Yo, Attica needs to join this Discord server.
Who's joined?
Needs to join this Discord server.
Anyone can join.
No, Attica. You know Attica.
No.
You mean the one who broke his thumb?
Not Attica. I
You
think
mean the
that's
one who
worse.
broke his thumb when he found out Lily was in Smash?
Oh, yeah, that was fun. Oh, Attica would be so fun in the general.
Well, like it's like I was saying earlier. I'm not a fan of the people that like scream into the microphone to like put on a show and everything. I like watching the people who play games the way someone would actually play in real life. Like, you're not gonna scream at every single thing you do. Like, if you get excited, yeah, you get excited, but a lot of the people like amp it up to 11 just to get more views, and
Like, I saw
I'm not a
your-
fan of that.
Like, I saw your reaction. You're like, oh, hey, Ricky.
Oh, hey, that's right.
Yeah,
Hey, that's Ricky. Oh, that's Daisy. That's cool.
yeah.
And if
You need more than that.
Yeah, if you saw mine, I didn't go full Etika, but I was very, very excited.
Yeah,
I was too, yeah.
I wasn't doing anything like recording or anything. I was
If
just
I
in
went
alone
full Attica,
watching it,
my
and I was just
parents
like,
would whack in my room and slap me in the face. By
Pretty much,
yelling
yeah.
loud.
yeah. So like, it was Kayla, Daniel, and I think Gibbs and some of the others might have been there as well, but we were at our Airbnb for E3 watching it, and I had more fun just like watching them, like how they were reacting, because
Someone in the chat, someone just said Joy-Con voice.
Joy-Con boys.
yeah, like we had which I've been friends with him for a long time because he was one of the first members in the Chamber of Sages, but Zelda Master Luke, like I had him on and I asked him about it, and he like on the interview he said that he used to do that, where he would pretend to be excited to get more views and stuff, but then after getting like all the experience and stuff, now he doesn't like to do it because he looks back at the old videos and he doesn't like the way that it used to be when he would like pretend to be excited and everything, which I know other people, some may or may not have also been in the Chamber of Sages, who film their reaction videos like multiple times, like it's actually scripted out so they scream at a certain point and then they'll take the best reaction and upload it as their first actual reaction. It's like, it's not a real reaction if you're like planning the whole thing out, but they still do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I honestly, for me, like, you know, I don't really do anything. I don't really.
Kayla's in the chat says, how dare you talk smack about me? We weren't talking smack about you. We're just saying I was sitting on the couch watching you and everyone else react to the
don't
Smash
like
Bros.
SCP
Hi, Kayla.
Ilya says, I screamed during my first probably 20 hours of Breath of the Wild. I also cried during certain cutscenes. I get too emotionally attached. Yeah, I had, I didn't
Don't ever
cry,
play
but
Overwatch.
I guess you could call it crying. I had tears coming out of my eyes during some of the cutscenes in Skyward Sword and Breath of the Wild. So,
Oh,
So-
you should have seen me when
oh,
I
we found Fi.
when I
Fee,
first
fi,
played
fo,
Mario
fum.
Odyssey. I got to the Cascade Kingdom. I was just
So there are.
What do you guys
two
call her?
moments-
Fee or Fi?
Fi.
I used to say Fee, but and I'm like, wait, there's no E, so I'm just gonna go with Phi, even though Phi sounds stupid.
Oh man, I can't go through doors. Why does she go through doors? My palms were sweating so hard the first time I appreciated a line.
Phi, fo, fum.
Yeah.
Link, sweet balls.
Oh man, this looks good.
I think,
I finally made it to Gerudo Village, and Spa plan.
Oh, you're gonna get Link laid.
Yeah, let's I'll do a dramatic reading.
Yeah.
Spa plan it is. Hee hee, I'm so excited to get to work.
No, Link, you ran off.
In the morning.
Sorry to interrupt you, man. You do need, like, vocal work or anything? Because your voice is amazing, bro.
I mean, a little bit.
He did vocal on a couple of my videos.
You know, like, do you like parodies of stuff or just YouTube videos at all, or no?
Usually just collect people, actually.
Yeah.
That, your voice is amazing, bro. Like,
You can hire him if you have $20 to spare.
You got me
How
for
much?
free.
How much would you charge to phone sex me?
Sweetie, that's extra.
I mean,
No.
I've been thinking it the whole. We've all been thinking it, right?
No, so apparently we went out to a dinner with Holly and a couple of her friends, and oh my god, a stupid cat. This little gremlin thing. So one of Holly's friends, Gibbs, was looking her up on Twitter and everything, and apparently she not only does like actual stuff, apparently, but she has like in her bio, it's a thing for like some website, and then on the website it gives prices for like phone calls and stuff to like actually do that.
Oh my.
Oh my
Josie,
lord.
why didn't you throw the cat down?
Why didn't I throw the cat?
Why didn't you throw the cow?
Yeah, that's one of my favorite things to do. Is just throw the cat.
Real quick.
We're trying to get
Muscular.
the fair on.
Martin the King. Yoink.
But guys, real quickly, the other thing. You're pretty muscular for a Highlander. I like your bowish figure. And that's all I'm right.
Awkward.
No bed knocking.
Still, I think it's still, the ruling is out. They're not, linking its own.
I mean, he gets it on in some context, maybe not that context.
He gets
I
his
mean,
shoes on.
canonically, Ocarina of Time Link has
Yeah,
sex
yeah.
because he has a descendant.
Oh, you're not wrong.
Whom stated it with is still up for debate.
I say
Malin.
Malin.
I
Yeah.
hate you.
I say
No,
Malin.
it's obviously Princess Ruto, because Link in Twilight Princess is half Zora. That's why he looks so blue.
Wait, what?
No, it's a joke.
That doesn't mean you don't still have to justify it.
What?
Jesse.
It's
You don't get to get out of this.
You-
But
you-
explain yourself.
he's a fish person lover.
No, that's Breath of the
Fishy
Wild.
boy. A fishy boy.
Fishy boy. I like that.
That's Breath of the Wild, not Twilight Princess.
No, Princess Ruto, Mipha, it's all the same thing. You know, okay, so here's a question. When we have the voice actress for Mipha on the podcast, we will ask her how she feels about Mipha's relationship with Link.
I mean, are there like laws in Hyrule that like?
No, you have to set up a marriage between a Zora and a Hylian in the game. Don't you?
Oh, yeah. I
It-
think so.
No, isn't that a Gerudo in a Highlight?
No, there's that too, but there's also the Zora.
There's one with a Gerudo and a Hylian, and I think there's one with a Zora and a Hylian.
Oh,
Yeah,
I didn't do that yet. Okay.
spoilers.
I don't even think I'm 50% done with that game. Like, I beat the main campaign and like I did all the DLC, but I still don't think I'm halfway done. I think I'm like 30% or something like that.
Your face is 30%.
I was gonna say.
Ow! Ow!
Yeah.
That hits home.
There you go.
Nah. Alright, so when we get to the Pharaoh Woods, I'm going to end the stream so I can go eat. But I'm going to get through the Sky View Temple, which is the first dungeon for the people watching that don't know. I want to get through that before tonight. And then tomorrow, I'll be streaming, but only on Twitch. So if you're watching on YouTube, twitch.tv/GameOverJesse. Literally everything's the same. Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Twitch. So go over there, follow me on Twitch so you can watch me complete the full game instead of just the Pharaon part.
Your face is a Pharaon part.
Well, you know, I was born
Right about
with
that,
this
but,
condition. It's very rude of you to call it out.
Wait, have
Did
you
they call
guys
you
heard
foreign
about
face
the
in school?
whole gaming disorder thing?
Yeah, I don't even
Alright,
wanna
so
know.
how do we do this? We gotta turn the controller upside down.
Let's skip and throw your controller into the garbage.
Yeah, apparently. We
Have you-
hold A,
Did you hear
So-
that they're actually making medicine?
and then
Jeez,
How do you
Al.
make medicine?
there we go.
Is it just like knockout gas, or you just like,
Come on, Link. Hold.
Conker Nugget. What?
Yeah, I did it.
Do you sing?
Wait, what?
Do you sing?
Bye, Ilya.
On occasion.
Sing this. I posted it in the chat.
What?
Which one?
It's the only, or the Twitch one.
Let's go
Oh.
back of a tree.
Off. Whatever.
Wait, what was that? What's the melody to it? I'm not sure which song that's from.
It's not from anything. Just typed it up.
What are you doing, Axel?
I don't know.
Stop
Sing
terrorizing.
something, you're supposed to have like a melody to it.
Stop terrorizing the admins.
What? No. It's the best part.
Alright, so Jesse, I actually have a quick question about this playthrough.
Okay.
Are you going for 100%?
No.
Okay.
I'm not that dedicated.
I don't think I've ever 100%ed a Zelda game.
I did.
I 100%ed the original Zelda.
I did Phantom Hourglass, and then like I 99%ed Majora's Mask
Yeah.
to where I had everything except one heart piece, and I even had the walkthrough or the strategy guide, so I would
Right.
go through each heart piece.
I know this
and,
is
like-
stupid. I know this is a stupid question, but if you completed everything in Majora's Mask 3, like you got all the heart pieces, all side quests, just everything, but you
Mhm.
didn't do like the fishing, like all those fishing mini games and stuff.
Yeah.
Does that count as like 100% or is it 99%?
I would say 99%, because I think like you get a reward or something for catching the fierce deity loach or whatever it is.
I'm about to say unpopular opinion. I hate the fishing in Zelda games, like in general. Like,
Oh, so do I. So do I. I hate fishing in general.
Nice.
like I've seen people say how it's fun to do, but it is like I despise it. Like it is so annoying.
Now, guys, you see, the main draw Zelda is the fishing. You see, all
Yeah.
that stuff, it's just side quest. The real quest is to get all the fish.
Yeah, that's why in Wind Waker they gave you an entire ocean, and instead of a fishing pole, you just get like a giant hook.
That was okay because it wasn't ridiculous.
You get the crane game fishing.
Yeah.
See, it's instead of a fishing pool, they just give you pop.
All right. So people think.
Wild instead of fishing, you just get to be the fish.
Okay. No. So people.
No. You get to marry the fish.
People have crushes on like Mifa and everyone. Does anyone have
Crushes on everyone.
so does anyone have a crush on Fi though? I've never seen anyone
Yes.
have an interest in Fi.
Yes.
Like she
Like a lot.
Personally,
I
I'm
actually
interested in
that's the first.
I'm more interested in Urbosa.
Urbosa.
My man. My man.
Huh? What?
Mommer!
Alright.
Yeah,
So
Rosa all the way for me.
Yes, I do like Fi.
To be honest, I think it's
be that important.
How many people learned a Daruk?
I actually don't think that would be that rare, to be honest, but I could be wrong.
Daruk?
Yeah, Daruk. Big rock man.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people that are into Daruk.
He's a
But
fine
also
piece
there's
of big rock,
Sidon,
man.
who is kind of a big man fish, and he's
Having a little hard time catching your breath over there, huh?
I'm good Sidon.
No, but Mipha's better.
I mean, your both is better.
Yeah, Urbosa is best Breath of the Wild waifu.
No.
Yes.
No.
She has
Oh yeah,
me
her
title.
Losa is
Extra
definitely the best.
Zaldo. Zaldo is still, for me, Zelda, I think looks the best.
I thought you said Zaldo. And I was
No, I
like,
did say Zaldo. I,
So, can we talk about how nice Zelda looks in the new Smash game? Like,
Oh my god, she's so beautiful.
Wait,
So
It's because they
Oh, yeah,
got her
new
from
Smash.
Link Between Worlds.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't you mean that she looks really beautiful in Link Between Worlds?
actually, it was fun fact. It was a mistranslation for the Smash presentation. Her design is actually from Link to the Past, not Link Between Worlds.
Isn't it the
That isn't true, though.
Well, hold on, I gotta find the actual.
Here,
post.
I will raise you one better. I'm gonna pull up their actual character designs.
Wait, hold up. Isn't it the same?
I'm sure you're right, maybe.
Link Between
I'm sure you're
Worlds?
right. But she does look like Zelda straight from A Link Between Worlds.
I know it's the same design.
I think there are like slight differences, and I might be wrong.
Yeah, there are slight differences. I gotta find the picture real quick.
I mean, there's obviously differences like size-wise, especially. This
Well,
Smash,
we already
Smash,
had the 3D elements from her from A Link Between Worlds, so.
Your face is 3D elements from A Link Between Worlds.
Hey, and I love it.
oh, we have the green tunic now. Yay.
oh man, nice. That's really good.
Oh, that is beautiful.
It's the tunic Ilya was saying she hated.
I also do Kermit.
Kermit, is there anyone else out there? No, it's just me.
No, it's only me. I'm the only one here. Probably.
It's just me.
Yeah, no, it's A Link Between Worlds. All the tiny details that are different fit A Link Between Worlds over A Link to the Past. The jewel on her crown is bigger. The tassels on her sides have the symbol from A Link Between Worlds, not A Link to the Past. It's very much the A Link Between Worlds design. So I don't doubt that they said A Link to the Past, but they were wrong.
Well, the thing is, they might have translated Triforce of the Gods from Japan to A Link to the Past, whereas in Japan, it's Triforce of the Gods and Triforce of the Gods 2. Whereas here, it's not A Link to the Past 2. So they might have just
Left it that way.
So they might have just seen the Triforce of the Gods part, and then made it A Link to the Past.
Well, I think
This is where the misunderstanding came from.
I actually I don't agree 100% like with these people saying that it's Link Between Worlds or Link to the Past. I think it's kind of a fusion of both.
No, yeah, I'm seeing that now. The shoulder pads are linked to the past. Her,
Yeah, and her necklace is from
Yeah.
Link to the Past. She didn't have that in Link Between Worlds.
You're
It's
right,
it's
so they
obviously
actually
Minish Cap.
they literally fuse them. That's really interesting,
I
actually.
mean, either way, it
Yeah.
looks good.
Yeah.
Kinda cool.
Either way, she looks beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
It's Zaldo.
To be
Zaldor.
quite honest, I prefer it over Twilight Princess.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Twilight Princess Zelda kind of looked, I don't know, sad.
She had a lot to be sad about.
She looks like a mom.
It is, but it
Wait,
just
she
didn't
looks
look
like a
like
mom.
It was just a darker game.
And why is that a criticism?
Alright guys, we're gonna be ending the stream.
It's not a criticism.
Aww.
What? But we just started talking about hot moms, Jesse.
Yeah,
Why
well,
can't it
I'll
now?
I'll be back. I'll be back later, and we can carry on the discussion
About
as
hot moms?
as we go through the first dungeon. But
Well, all right, fine then.
So you're gonna go eat and then we'll all get back on to have another hot mom discussion.
I mean, you don't have to get back on, but preferably, yeah, everyone just comes back.
I mean, we really do need to finish the hot mom discussion.
It's imperative that we do.
It was going places.